The only thing I'm sure of is essentially that living life without having experienced it to the fullest, without evolving into the highest version that you could possibly be, basically means that you wasted your time on Earth. When I say life, I don't mean the accessory aspects of it, like your job, your family, your house, relationships, car, the clothes you wear, or the God you pray to. I mean the process of life, the essence of life, which is what we all are, I believe. Lately, I've been realizing that life is simply what you make out of it. The circumstances you find yourself in are often indicative of your own self-worth, and what you allow, it's simply your decision to a certain extent, obviously, because you can't control everything that happens around you. But isn't freedom supposed to be a natural state of being? If each one of us is responsible for his or her own actions and decisions, our life is simply the result of all of those things. So if I dislike the circumstances I live in, it would be foolish to play the victim card and blame other people. I am not trying to sound like I'm better than anyone else, because I'm not, and I don't really think that people can be compared like that. I'm just sharing things from the heart, and I hope it resonates with someone. I see so many people doing things that they hate, keeping jobs that they don't actually enjoy until they become numb and addicted to a life they don't even like. It makes me feel bad for them, and I see that there are things in my life that play the same role. So in that spirit, I'm gonna challenge myself to stop doing things that drain my energy and feel transactional. And I am not saying to only do things you like, because I couldn't disagree more with that. Discomfort is good for you, is where you might find out things about yourself. Please listen to your heart and start doing things that you actually enjoy, whatever excites you and makes you feel alive. There will always be things that in the way that you don't want to do, but it'll be worth it if it's something you actually believe in. I think we all are beautiful birds trapped in cages without doors. We refuse to fly away because living in that cage has become a habit. The cage represents our mind, limitations, and shortcomings. We have all experienced different forms of freedom, like when you travel and suddenly you feel more open and excited for what's to come, when you go out with friends and you feel free to be yourself, or when you finally complete a task that you've been thinking about for a while. It might be passing an exam or simply completing your to-do list for the day. In the East, the aspiration for freedom has been culturally identified as the highest and ultimate goal of every human action or effort. Freedom is referred to as mukti or moksha, and it's a natural aspiration for humans. Mukti is the concept of spiritual liberation. It refers to freedom from the cycle of death and rebirth, and it's also associated with nirvana, which means extinction. The root of the word nirvana comes from the Sanskrit verb vati, which means to blow, plus the negative prefix. But what does that mean? That I have to die in order to become free? Well, in some ways, yes, because you'd have to kill your identity. According to Buddhism, in order to attain or experience nirvana, you must let go of any mundane desire and see beyond the veil of illusion or ignorance. Honestly, I don't resonate too much with religions. There are definitely truths in them, but I don't feel called to a particular one. And I've heard this Buddhist concept so many times phrased in similar ways that it's almost lost vibrancy. However, I think it's very valuable, and if you only change one word and put bondages instead of mundane desire, so you don't instantly think that you should become a monk and have no aspirations in life, it makes more sense, it resonates more with me. Also, it goes back to the word mukti, which means there is no boundary, no bondages. Disclaimer, I'm not trying to do a self-help video. It's just a topic that is very freedom. It's a topic that is very dear to my heart, and I felt inspired to make this video and share my thoughts. Just take it as it is. In a more practical way, if I really want to be free, what I need to do is to cut down anything that binds me. For example, you can ask, what have I done to myself that is limiting me? What has become a problem in my life? You pick one thing and you start taking actions every day, so it becomes less and less of an issue. And when you're done with one thing, you move to the next. For example, if you want to make healthier choices, you can start from exercising every day. At the beginning, it's going to feel like such a burden, but it's only because of the things we tell ourselves and the feelings we associate with that psychological drama. If you start doing it and you stick to it, you do it every day, you might even start enjoying it, and at some point you're gonna ask yourself, why was I torturing myself? What was that all about? Another way to start freeing yourself is to think about all the things that you're afraid of and do them one at a time. After a while, you'll definitely feel more empowered and open to things that you were scared of. I am terrified of posting this, but I know it's just my mind trying to protect me. Thoughts like, what if I make a fool out of myself? Or what if nothing I say makes sense and I just sound ridiculous? Definitely come up, but I'll do it anyway. Honestly, this point is more for myself than anybody else. I have trouble showing vulnerability in front of people. Maybe it's because of the examples I had growing up, but it doesn't really matter because I understand that being vulnerable is very important, especially for growth. Let's take a seed as an example. If a seed tried to preserve its qualities and shape forever, it would stop the beginning of a new life. The seed has to face the trial of losing its identity, therefore accepting to lose safety and integrity. It has to allow itself to be vulnerable in order to become a thriving tree with branches full of fruits and flowers. In other words, in order to grow and evolve, you need to allow a certain openness. Thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comments how you find freedom, and see you in my next video.